Hey YouTubers, Sandy at Spare Time. I'm gonna do another packing video today. We are leaving on a cruise. We are going on a 8-day cruise. So this is what I pack for me and my husband for an 8-day cruise. It's a pretty good bit of stuff. I'll first start off on, this is our carry-on bag. It is not the smallest carry-on bag that you can have, but we went up one size because it's the two of us and it just wouldn't fit in a smaller one. But we do use a lot of things that are really handy. This is my husband's toiletries, which I purchased this one on Temu, I do believe, but he keeps all his stuff in there. He doesn't quite have everything in there because he's still got to use some stuff before we finish packing all the way up, but the whole thing does go in here. We have packing cubes, and oh my goodness, they are wonderful. We usually put a change of clothes and our swimsuits in there just in case our bag gets delayed. And then also you got to remember too, when you first get onto the ship, you do not get your luggage that you check until later when the room is ready. So if you have your carry-on and you want to go to the pool, you want to change out, like I wear jeans because sometimes when we cruise it's cold. So I get on the ship and I'm like, you know what, it's hot. I'd like to be able to relax and whatever. So I pack some shorts. We have the swimsuits just in case we want to go swimming. So it's whatever you think you would need if your bags were delayed, if you want to get into it before your room is ready. This is our accessories for our GoPro. It's just a little bag, has a divider in it. Keep everything nice and organized in there. We have everything that we think we could use on the first day when we get there. I'm cautious going through security. If you've watched my other video, you know that. So I pack anything that's electronic in the carry-on or my book bag. This is our little fan. My husband cannot sleep without one, so we bring one. They are allowed on Carnival. I do think there's specs on them. This one is one that met the specs. I don't know them exactly. I think it's 12 inches, no bigger than 12 inches. We have our extra GoPro stick. We have another extension cord for the fan. It's dedicated just for that. Also, I have one of our toiletry bags, which is a roll-up one, which is really nice. Put all our medicine, band-aids, anything, contacts, stuff like that that we might use but don't often use. It's not our personal toiletry bag, but the cool thing is with this one is that it has little Velcro straps on it, so you can pull it off, stick it in your bag that you're going to go to port in, just anything that you could think of. The reason why you would have to take it off, it sometimes easier, like if you have medication stored in it, you can pop it off of this roll, put it by the side of your bed. It's right there when you go to sleep. Very convenient. I do like it. Of course, the more stuff you put in it, the bigger it is. This is what we keep in the flat portion of the top of the bag. Let's see, I have just a extra bag, zip bag, in case we need to organize something when we're on the ship. This is my around the ship bag. I don't like things in my pockets and in my hands, and most of my shorts don't have pockets, so I decided to purchase this little bee bag. It's got a shoulder strap, got a little pocket and another little pocket. Nice and simple, easy, but it does keep your hands, you know, free, not carrying a whole bunch of stuff. I do bring water flavoring packets just to spice stuff up. I do bring a little bitty Ziploc bag. Just put some wet wipes in there. That way, in case you're at a moment that you have no water or something, you can definitely have this. I also bring a travel size corkscrew. This one I got at Walmart. I think it was $1 something. I got this because you are allowed to bring one bottle, 750 milliliter bottle of wine per person on with you. And the thing is that if it has a cork, you have to wait for your room stewardess to open it for you, which they will do if you don't want to bring a corkscrew. And also, I'm not saying that security will not take this. It's not on a prohibited list, but it is iffy if they would consider it a weapon or not. So just keep that in mind. Your stewardess can open it if you forget it. I like having the convenience of being able to open it myself. I pack a book just in case, sitting on the deck, you know, wanting to read a book. This is our little generic medicine case. Things that you don't want to bring a whole massive bottle full of something that you occasionally might use. I pack, you know, ibuprofen, Aleve, motion sickness, acid reflux, different things also that I can pop in my carry around the ship bag and put it in my book bag and carry to shore. It's very convenient. That way I know exactly where all that type of medicine is. And let's see, on the front of our bag, which these pouches come in handy so many times for just extra stuff. I like to put the flip-flops that when we get onto the ship, we like to change our clothes, put flip-flops on. And then our sign for our door. And that way we can put that up right when we get on in our room. I carry just some Ziploc bags, a trash bag, so for dirty laundry, another dirty laundry bag, just things I just pop in there just in case we might need them. Because if you didn't notice, inside the bag, anything that's liquid, which this is my husband's apple cider vinegar, anything that's liquid I put in a bag just in case, because I have had stuff, the lid pop off, it just gets moved around, it spills, and it is the worst thing ever to have stuff spill all over your clothes. I also do this in our check bag. So extra bags is good because if you do have something that busts, you have another bag to put it back when you go back home. Sunblock, which I will be adding some more sunblock in here, but also our magnets for our wall. And I have to say, I ordered these on Amazon. They are so strong that if you let them touch, it is terrible to try to get. I have to get my husband to get them undone because I can't do it. So I put a piece of cardboard through there and it seems to make them a lot easier. They still hard. So these babies hold. I mean, I probably could put my backpack on these on the wall. I haven't tried it. Actually, this cruise I might try it. So that is our carry-on bag. I will do another one on my book bag. But, oh, I also put this handy thing in there, which is my personal toiletry bag. And it houses all my facial stuff, my creams I use, my medication, toothpaste. I bring tweezers, Band-Aids, just all kinds of stuff. Deodorant. It has Has these little pockets on the side, which I put razor in there. Let's see what I put in this one. My deodorant, some motion sickness patches. But the cool thing also is that this one I do believe comes with, yes, the little hook that you can take off and hang directly on the bathroom door, wherever you want to put a hook at, and it's very convenient. But I also like about this one is that it does stick it in the pocket, because I actually do not hang it, and that way it's not in the way. So that one is, it's got tons of pockets, tons of little dividers. I don't fill it up at all, so I'm pretty sure somebody has. But it folds up nicely, fits in the bag, and it's kind of rugged, so all your stuff is not going to get. All right, now I'm going to be going what we normally pack in our book bag. I love having a book bag. I went years without having one, and I seen this one, and of course it's some of my favorite colors, so I had to have it. And I said, oh, that'd be awesome for the cruise. But it's kind of cool. You get to, you know, decorate it. I put all my bigger pens on there. Let's see. It does have a lot of pockets. I do put charger that's meant for the vehicle, because I never know what vehicle we're going to be riding in, so I always want to make sure I have my cord. And then you also have one if you have a place that you can charge it. In this front pocket, there's also a little mesh pocket. I keep some sanitizing wipes, sanitizer, an extra hair rubber band, my husband's eye solution, charging block, just in case. Let's see, it has a tiny little bitty compartment. I usually put, let's see, chapstick, have my travel pair of glasses. I do carry a lighter and another rubber band, and also this little tool, which seems like it's just an extra thing. It actually comes in handy. I have nails, so when I go to open a bottle or a can, it's right there for me to be able to open it. Pretty much all this stuff stays in here. This bag is dedicated for cruising. This also houses our documents, which I will show you what is in that. That is our passport thing. I keep my contact solution, some gum. We put our GoPro in there. I have a spot that if I was to bring my tablet or computer, it would go in this slot as well. I keep a little baggie in here. It holds, this one holds just our lanyards and our battery bank, our portable charger. Then also we have, let's see, I put my husband's cord back here. This is my phone case just for on the ship. I kind of realized that you're always using your phone, and like I said, less stuff to carry is always awesome. So I bought this case specifically because I can put this on there and put it on a lanyard, so it just hangs around my neck. It's out of the way. I always know where my phone is. I haven't lost it yet, so that's even a smarter idea for people that do lose their phone a lot. I threw my husband a straw in there because unfortunately on the boat they use candy straws, and for some reason it breaks my husband out. So we bring him a straw for his iced coffees. because the metal ones, his little collapsible or foldable straw, does not work well with iced coffee. So we always bring him one. And of course we bring some more just in case. But I also put all of our important documents, copies of tags, or copies of boarding passes, just anything that we might tear up, lose. It does help out to have an extra. I bring a water bottle, strictly just for water. It beats going back and forth to the buffet or bar to get some water. Also have a designated glass for the cruise. But in this little handy thing, which is nice to have all your stuff in one little spot. It's our boarding pass, our COVID test, our COVID vaccination proof stuff, which we don't need it anymore, but it's in there just in case. It's the only place I'll need it. Our boarding passes, we put money and cards in here that we like to have on hand. And then that way, when you get to your room, it has all your money, your cards, your passport. Open up the safe, chunk it in, done. So that is our book bag, and I like having the book bag. You can unpack it on the cruise and go to port with it. Usually most of the time you just take a few things out and it's ready to go for things that you would need in port as well. Also have a spare thing of sunshades in there as well. So that is on the book bag, and I will get back with you for the rest. Now we're going to go over our checked bag. We've went through all the carry-ons, our backpack, stuff we throw in here. Now, thing is, you're going to see some duplicates, but I have to say there is story behind most of it, and that is why I'm cautious and I bring another. I do have flip-flops that are packed in our carry-on, but I also pack more. The reason being is that on one of our cruises, my flip-flops broke and I did not bring another pair. So I was walking around in tennis shoes the whole time until I could find a pair, which was only at port, because they do have a shop on the ship that does carry bare necessities. Possibly you might find a pair of flip-flops in that shop, in one of the clothing shops, but I wouldn't guarantee it. So I always pack me and my husband an extra pair of flip-flops just in case, because it's vacation. We always are in flip-flops. I do bring my pair of tennis shoes. I wear them down there onto the boat, onto the ship. Sorry. That way I have tennis shoes, because there are certain activities that you do require closed-toe shoes. So it's always a good idea to bring tennis shoes. And the first little flap, we just kind of odds and ends in there. We have our floppy hats, which are fishing hats. We love them. They have drawstrings on them, which is very beneficial on the boat because the wind on the deck just gets very, very high at some point. And if you have just a regular old hat on and it's not snug fit, it can blow off and you're set tracing across the deck just to get your hat, or it blows out to sea and then you don't have it no more. We have these water shoes, which are amazing. We first purchased these to go fishing, and especially down in saltwater, because there's points where you have to step in either, you know, muddy sand and all kinds of stuff down there. So we purchased them there, and then I told my husband, I said, you know what, I'm bringing my water shoes, because on some ships, to get to the water slides or some of the activities, you don't want to bring your shoes up there to take them off and then go down the slide and have to walk all the way back up. But also, we had on one of our ships that we went on, me and a friend was walking up there. We left our shoes with our spouses, so we were going to go down the water slide. Well, walking the whole way up there, the deck was so hot, I burnt the bottom of my feet. So I started bringing these, and they're wonderful. I wear them in the pool. I don't never take them off. They're lightweight. They're thin material. Let's see if I can Actually, I'll open these up and I'll insert a little view of those. But me and my husband both have our pair. Of course, we did opposite colors so we could tear them apart. We also throw in our quick dry towels. These towels are very large. I'll probably insert something showing the size of these, but they are wonderful. We usually take these to port with us, even though you can take the big blue towels that Carnival gives you there, but they're massive towels. And most of the time you're going to be walking around, you're going to go to the bathhouse and change or dry, so you don't need to carry that big towel. These are wonderful. They do dry very, very quickly. I bring a loofah, of course, for the shower. This was actually one of a gift that I had when I went on one of our cruises, so Carnival, of course. But it's just a little tote bag. I keep it in case, like, you're doing a gift exchange or something like that and you have a whole bunch of stuff to carry around. It's very, very easy to fill this baby up, walk around with it. And also, going to port, you can use it there. So any kind of little tote, it doesn't have to be a Carnival one. And I have my husband's towel. I have extra straws for him. In this side, we take advantage of the packing cubes. And they come in a range of sizes. We have about 3 sets, and we just, depending on what cruise it is, depending on what we're bringing, it depends on what size cubes we need. Like this one, we didn't have to end up using because it's just a massive one. So we ended up shrinking it down for this one. Some of them, I think one of our sets has the little straps in there that help compact it a little bit more. I don't normally use them just because it doesn't bother me that they're not strapped down. In this case, in this suitcase, I do put a spare pair of sunshades, but I also make sure they are in a hard case because I have had a pair go in here in a soft case and they got broken. So I always make sure that they're in a hard case. My husband's is in a hard case as well. So they definitely go in there because I have lost pair, I have broken pair, so I always bring a spare. And we have all of our sunscreen, hair products, medicine. I always bring some type of cold medicine with us. Do have mouthwash, after screen spray, after sun spray. But as you can see, the packing cubes, just me and my husband's daily wear clothes. So we put all that in there. This is me and my husband's formal clothes. Put all that. We have his dress shoes in one of these little baggies, my dress shoes. I put undergarments, swimwear, and these two, which keeps it all separated. So you know exactly, even if you don't want to completely unpack, what I like to do the first day, you want to unpack, you want to get your luggage put away, you want to clean up your room, make it organized, put stuff where you want it. But I might not exactly want to hang all my clothes right at that moment. So what we do is we just take that whole cube, chunk it on a shelf. Later on, as we pull stuff out, we'll hang up everything. Also, I do bring this beach blanket. It lays flat at the bottom of the suitcase, so doesn't take up much room, but it is wonderful when we go to port. It is a big round thing. Now it's not a fast dry, so it does get wet if you happen to get it too close to water. We also bring our snorkel gear, and I throw that under there, and it all just nestles back where it goes. And I really was skeptical about the packing cubes at first. Then my friend purchased some and she said they're wonderful, they're awesome, you need them. And I was like, yeah. So I got a set, I loved them. My husband was like, I don't want them. I got a set. I loved them. He realized how easy it was just to put the stuff away, keep it all organized. And he said, that's awesome. Get me a set. So I did. Now we end up having 3 sets because we needed more of one size, and unfortunately they only come in sets. So that is pretty much a wrap on what we pack. And like I said, it changes depending on where you're going. Even if we're on a cruise that we're not going to go snorkeling, the snorkeling gear doesn't go on there. If we're on a cruise, we don't go to port and lay on the beach, we don't bring the blanket. It switches out. There is a few things that go regardless every time we go. It's just something we always bring. And if you're new to cruising, it will take time to figure out what meets your needs on every cruise you go on. So that is about it for now. I will try to put the little nippets with the towel spread out so you can see them, pull out the shoes. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it influences you a little bit, but they are things that make cruising so much simpler, and it's just easy to pack. I mean, they don't take up any more room to pack those little bitty things. So thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful, and we'll get back to you with the next one. This is our quick dry foldable towel. As you can see, it's very large, and it is very thin, and it's made out of a very soft, I guess like a microfiber type material. We bring them to port and they work awesome. Usually throw them on a chair or something, hang them, just even carry on them in your arm. They most of the time dry before we get back to the room. They're very convenient. Like I said, the size is doable. I mean, you're not going to wrap up in a towel anyway, for the most part. This is a king size bed, California King, and you can see that it almost covers the whole bed. Also, I wanted to mention the water shoes. Awesome on the deck. They made of like a spandex material. They have pull-on straps, and they do have a hard rubber bottom, which helps a lot. But they're comfortable. They're wonderful. They do not flop around if you get the right size. In the water, you can still swim. You can walk around. They dry super quick, and they come in a convenient little pouch here. But me and my husband love these. They go on every cruise with us. And that was it, YouTubers. That was my packing for a cruise video. I hope it helps. I hope it cleared up some things that you might had questions about. And if you actually have more questions, you can always leave a comment below. And if you got some tips, I'd love to hear some, because I am open to making it easier any way I can. So if you like the video, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.